Yes, people. Welcome back to BBK Sports. I wasn't gonna stream today, but who knew? Big up to Rashid and Shane Gooner. 1, 2, 3. Big up to Views on Sport. Did an incredible watch along. So I couldn't get to watch the game, so I had to watch the game through them before I came on the watch back to get my lens on the game itself. Yeah. Because everyone has their own opinions on the matches. You will watch. Sometimes I watch alongs and I see man have like some crazy takes, and then I go watch the game. I'm like, man, what was man watching? I wanted to get my own perspective, so I went and watched the game after the watch along. Right out. Man, them was spot on. Like, who knew, right? Who knew? Like, who knew that Martinelli was gonna be stinky today? Yeah. If he was stinky yesterday and the day before that, and the day before that, what makes man think he was gonna find soap and water and be nice and clean today? Nah, man was stinky again. Yeah, who knew? We had a lot of talking points, a lot of shows leading to the build-up, where we were saying, I just wonder if he's gonna start Gyökeres, or he's gonna actually start Havertz. But we don't even know the answer to that question, people. We really don't even know the answer to that question, because that decision was taken away from him because Havertz was injured. So we don't even know if he wanted to start Gyökeres today. We don't know if he wanted to. We don't know if he did that because of injury, or because that's what he was really going to do. So we still don't know the answer to that question. So going into Saturday's game against Athletic Club, we might not even know the answer whether or not he would have started Gyökeres today. The starting lineup annoyed me. If you go back and watch the stream with Shane and Rashid on Arsenal Revolution TV, I'm like, we know that you're going to start Odegaard, Declan Rice, and Zubimendi at Old Trafford away in 11 days' time. We know that's your starting midfield. So why are you not playing them with your striker? That's who is charged with getting him the ball. Gyökeres can't get the ball himself, isn't it? So the players that are charged with getting the best out of Gyökeres are on the bench. And you start him in the midfield with Norgard and Moreno, who can't. You see how easy it was to play through that midfield? Who knew that Martinelli was going to be stinking today? Who knew that Norgard starting as your lone defensive six can't work? Moreno can't run. Who are so easy to play through? It seems like every single time, Villarreal went forward, it was going to be that they were going to score. And it just had to be him in it. It had to be him. Pepe to come back and score against it. It just had to be him.
Maybach music. Maybach music.
I'm burning purple flowers. It's burning my chest. I bury the most cash and burning the rest.
Maybach music.
I feel like burning some purple flowers my damn self to take the edge off. Big up E-Ross in the building. I see you, bro. Burning purple flowers. That's what this club will do to you, Yeah, this club will, brother, DX gonna throw the season in the fucking bin already. Wasteman ain't winning shit. About to be 22 years out this bitch, brother. Number 22. We're about to be 22 years out here with no league. That's for real. Throw the season in the bin already. Like Bluebird say preseason meltdown is crazy word. Brother, this is Arteta tax. This is Arteta tax. Only this football club can give you PTSD all year long. Then do it again in the transfer window. Because we're still not over these transfers. We're still not. I was still waiting for Madueke to do some of his progressive carries when he came on. Remember that analytics that was running the place last week? Popular video on YouTube. We were wrong about him. Progressive carries and carries. 6.812 in the opponent's box. Blah, blah, blah. This, that, whatever the hell. You see? That's what we're dealing with. I was waiting for all that to happen. And I know it wouldn't. Now, thank God I got to watch that on the playback. So when you know the result, you kind of watch the game with no emotion, yeah? And boy, E-Ross is, BX Gunner is saying throw the season in the damn bin, brother. It is about to be long. It is about to be long. How? How on God's green earth can we spend 500 million pounds, a half a billion, between now and the last time we were good, 2023, when everyone universally said Arsenal were playing good football? We didn't win shit, but the football was good. We went from that 2 years removed and a half a billion more, and we're still look shit. We look worse. We're spending more and we're looking worse. My goodness, Stevie Wonder could have called it, brother. Martinelli. Now, speaking of Stevie Wonder, BX Gunner, if we could just close our eyes and just imagine Rodrigo in those spaces that Martinelli found himself in today. One-on-one at the edge of the box with the fullback or with anyone. Picture Rodrigo in that spot, in that scenario. Ball doesn't get nicked off of him so easily going the other way at our goal. Well, who knew? Who knew that if we actually get some good left wing play, we could actually do something? Villarreal turned up to the Emirates and made us look mid. AJ say I'm still fuming. I am glad I did not watch that live, because it would have ruined my day. Because the kickoff, 6 o'clock for you, man. That was a 10 a.m. kickoff here for me. My day is just getting started. So if I went and watched that shit, brother, my day would have been ruined. Wife would have seen my long face like, I thought the season don't start for another 2 weeks. Because those 12:30 kickoffs, it's 4:30 a.m. for me, and I get up and watch them. And when we stink those out, the entire day is fucked. Entire day is fucked. Big up to AJ, man. Big up to AJ. Now, big up to E-Ross, man. I saw you, bro. Big up to you, man. BX Gunner, the defunct project manager, never wanted a pure 9. He don't know what to do with him. He don't know what to do with him, brother. Man likes the ball down on the ground. Now, let me say this, because I see a lot of rivals and a lot of everyone, and you can tell these men have been waiting to take their shot at Gyökeres. They've been waiting. I actually liked what I saw from Gyökeres today. I like how aggressive he is. I like how he doesn't wait around in the box when he gets the ball. He takes a shot, whether it's on target or not. He actually has a goal. I did like what I see from Gyökeres today. Without the midfield that's going to start at Old Trafford behind him, he was still able to show me something. Like today, the result didn't matter as much to me. I'm going to be honest. I was more worried about the performance. I was more worried about players leaving the pitch without no one getting injured. Speaking of injuries, I don't know what happened to Blenny. Was Ben White injured while he came off at halftime for Mascara? Because I don't know Mascara as no damn right back. Our right back depth is Timber and Ben White. Actually asked views during the watch along, like, who is playing right back since Ben White came on? And I saw Timber still on the bench. And he said Mascara. I'm like, did Ben White pick up a knock? Because then Timber came on in the game, so he was fit to play anyway. But any positives to take away, ladies and gentlemen? Any positives to take away from the game today? Positives. Nauman got 27 good minutes and showed that captain what being an attacking player is all about. Again, this is like the 3rd or 4th game running that Max Dauman has showed up our captain as the best attacking outlet. So I say Dauman was a positive. Gyökeres started. Whether or not the manager wanted to start him is inconsequential. He did start and got 63 minutes. Timber and Gabriel got 28, 29 minutes in the legs. Yeah. I just want to see Gyökeres with the 11 that I know that's going to start so we can properly judge him. But I did like what I saw from him, from how he reacts to the ball. Yeah. But I don't know why he felt the need to rest the starting midfield trio. I don't know. But, you know, that's about it for the positive. It's Max Dauman and the skills and the attributes that Victor Gyökeres showed. Man showed that I'm not here to joke around in the box. I like his aggressiveness. But, brother, like I said, I'm not sure if Havertz was not injured or whatever the hell, that Gyökeres starts. You know what I'm saying? Big up to E-Ross and AJ. Please get me some weed now. Some purple flowers. Right, I'm gonna need some next year to finish the season. For real, for real. We deserve a left back. Need a left back to get us Anthony Robinson. Please and thank you. Anthony Robinson. Like you put Lewis Kelly in the midfield to do midfielder things when we have a serviceable left back in the position, you'll see a better Skelly. But now he knows what it's like being back there. You know what I'm saying? He knows what it's like to play in the midfield. But he also knows what it's like being back there. That's actually going to help his development. That's just ordered a half. A half an ounce. Hey, VX gonna. These men are gonna make. It was a long season. I'm sick to death, bro. Smoke a blunt for me. Take a shot for me. I might take a shot. I can't hit the blunt just yet. I'm still on these meds. Yeah. Brother, big up to man like Static in the building. I see you, bro. The manager can't let this Ferrari out of first gear. The man can't drive this high-class machinery. Facts, BX gonna. He's scared. He's timid. He's managing just like how he played football, isn't it? He is managing the same way he played as a player at Everton. He never had to be any kind of attacking player at Arsenal. We had, big boy attackers in the squad already. He was there just meant to be a stopgap filler for Fabregas, and he couldn't live up to that. He could not live up to that one bit. But the positives were Dowman, Gyökeres got some minutes in the legs. Timber and Gabriel came back and got some minutes. Mosquera got some minutes. Cool. But boy, that's where it stops. Because one thing I don't want to see again, I tell you what. Now what Arteta has done, what he did and created today was created way too much hoopla around a preseason game that should have never been anyway. Because the fans feel deflated and it's just a preseason game. Because we were worried about the performance. The hell with the result. We were worried about the performance. It's not like we were playing against Tottenham and didn't want to lose to them lot. But it's a performance, right? But now that we ever answered that the performance was stinky, now it puts even more pressure for the final preseason game. Because if we go into that stinky, oh my days. If we come out of that stinky at Old Trafford, we'll be long. So the next preseason game, that's just more pressure out of nowhere added on to the next preseason game. Now the next preseason game, he better start our strongest 11. The 11 that's going to start at Old Trafford so that man can play football together. There is no way in hell you can go into the season and you're going to put out a start 11 on August 17th with 11 players who've never been on the pitch together. You can't do that. That's criminal. So it better be Raya, Timber, Gabriel, Saliba. You know he's going to have Skelly back there. You know he's going to have Rice, Odegaard, Martinelli. He's not going to start Ethan with Zubi and Declan. And it better be Gyökeres and Saka. And at this point, honestly, I don't even care who you put on the left-hand side. I have given up on Martinelli. The boy can't play. He can't play. He is not a footballer at this level. Big up to Static. The same old Arsenal. Nothing will change. Arteta must go. Must damn go. And you know what's funny today? Like, I'm not even fighting. Oh, I didn't even see the waffle down. Big up to you, bro. I'm not even... I'm fighting not even with rivals. I'm fighting in group chats with fellow Arsenal fans all over the world. Because some people will be like, brother, the grass ain't greener. But bro, this grass ain't even green. This shit is burnt. The fear of moving on. Remember that. Yes, I'm saying sacking him. Imagine going into the season with this squad with a fresh set of eyes on it. Oh, my days. Oh, my days. He must go, Static. He must go, man. Man is absolutely... Yeah, man, big up to you, bro. Hope you have a great, great night, man. I just have to fume. I have to do my fume. You know what I'm saying? But big up to you. Big up to you, bro. Big up to you, the Waffle Don. Big up to Y Nasa. Big up BBK. Howdy and good evening. Big up to you, my brother. Everything good. I'm supposed to be celebrating Jamaica's Independence Day today. With a fifth of Hennessy, some purple flowers and celebrating. But no. Here comes the Arsenal. Here comes the Arsenal. Hold my beer. Hold my beer. Watch this. I cannot with these men. Has the manager lost the dressing room? He will if we lose at Old Trafford. He will if we start Havertz. Because I know the man them looked at Gyökeres, how he moved inside the box with aggression and physicality. You know, man acted like he wanted the ball. You know, man had defenders on him, man tried to go around him and had a shot. Havertz ain't doing none of that, bro. Jesus might do some of that, but Havertz ain't doing none of that. We lose that game at Old Trafford. I've never seen a CFC season opener with this much riding on it. Big on serious. There is a lot riding on this game on 2 Sundays from now, because we must. That game may have had 1-1 written all over it. Now I'm saying it's a must win. It's a must win. And the thing is, Man United have looked good in their preseason. We have looked shit. That might actually work well for us, because they might come into the game a little over too confident, and then we will get them. But we have one more preparation game. I don't call them preseason games anymore. I'm going to call them preparation games, because that's what they're for, right? You get these games to prep for the season. How are you going to play? You're going to prepare for the season. Are you going to play like that? No. And look at the goals still. The third goal, that was it, Dan Juma? That was the same Dan Juma that scored on us in the Champions League for Girona, wasn't it? But that goal, you know what went through my head when I saw that goal? Mbeumo, Man United counter-attacking goal. That's the first thing that popped in my head. That was so easy for them to play through. I can see a case where we're at Old Trafford, we're up the pitch, we're passing around, we're trying to break the lines, and boom, the ball is intercepted, they break up play, it lands to Cunha, it lands to Bruno, and they hoof the ball to Mbeumo, and he's running at our goal the same way we just conceded. That's the first thing that went through my head. Classic counter-attack goal. We were way too easy to play through. Gyökeres and Ethan were set up to fail today. 100%. 100% BX gun. I don't know if you were watching the preview show with me and Shane and Rashid. But once I saw that lineup, I'm like, brother, Ethan spent all of last season proving that he belonged in the Premier League. And if you want to maximize Ethan's potential, and you want to get the best out of him, you do not play Marino and Odegaard next to him. You do not. And even with them damn slow ass people next to him, he still was able to cook today. I think he did well. I think he did well for himself with 2 of the slowest players around him in the midfield. Just absolutely no legs. Oh my days. Big up E-Ross. Big up, man. Big up to you, bro. Why not bigging up everybody? Absolute madness. Ethan he was. I completely forget about Ethan. That's because my head is hot, brother. You know, my head is hot. But Martinelli should go. He's 24. You know, we knew Eddie and Ketia wasn't it when Eddie was 23, 24, 25. He's not a kid anymore. He just go. There is no way we can be looking and I'm hearing Arteta is blocking the sale. Blocking the sale for Martinelli. Why? You want more of that? Nah, brother. We can't have any more of that. He's holding the team back. He's holding the team back for real. The happy clappers are focusing on Diamond taking the heat of the manager as usual. There is no end. There is no end. Because I've actually heard people say, you know, good performance. Really, really and truly. Really and truly. Let me see if I can share my screen. Where is it? This one. Let's share. Now I'm looking at AFTV, like these interviews, and I'm seeing, you know, big up to Dan Potts, because you know Dan Potts is gonna keep it real 100. But where was this one? We have to deal with low blocks. Mr. Deluded himself, Mr. Julian. We have to deal with low blocks. Is that what we're talking about? Low blocks. Does Pep Guardiola have to deal with low blocks? He's been dealing with low blocks for 7 years. Are we the only ones meant to be playing against low blocks? Do teams come out and open up against Liverpool? No, they don't. They have to play a low block. But a low block is a problem for us. What are we doing? So many damn excuses. There's another one up here that I wanted to see. Like this guy up top will be lucky to make top 4. Remember him, Mr. Judges. Mr. Judges. Mr. Happy Clapper himself. This guy, I call him a chameleon. Man changes his tune with the weather. The wind blows, he's over here. The wind blows, he's over there. The energy was completely different last week in Singapore. And now we'll be lucky to get top 4. These men, these are the people that you'll be telling something to for 2 years. For 2 years straight, you're telling them something. And in a year and a half and change, they start saying the same thing like they discovered something new. When they were the ones you were telling this shit to and they weren't listening in the first place. Everyone on this side been saying that we at risk for top 4, but all of a sudden now he's coming out saying it after a preseason performance. When we've been yelling this shit from the rooftops. Come on, brother. Come on, man. Where they at? There's some more. There's this other one that I wanted to see. This title. That damn Christian. I know I saw it in here earlier. This one. Arteta must fix this. This is the guy that said we're winning the league and that Liverpool are finishing 4th, by the way. This guy. Liverpool are finished. Arteta must fix this. Go figure. Captain Obvious, yeah? Captain damn Obvious. All of a sudden, there's going to be a whole bunch of Captain Obviouses popping out the woodworks now, people. Because there's no way to hide. Someone said it up here. No, there's no more excuses and nowhere to hide anymore. Big up to BX Gunner, the Happy Clappers. A positive, we are day 1 close to Arteta getting sacked. We're 1 day closer to Arteta getting sacked. I hear it, AJ. I can vibe with that. I can absolutely vibe with him being sacked. But that look that he had on his face in the Tottenham game, right? That still picture, don't know what to do, not in control, can't make an adjustment, head down, looking clueless. Yep. That's what's gonna happen. Get used to that look. I'm gonna get a still shot of it so I can put it up on the stream before I start every stream, because we're gonna be seeing him a lot with that look on his face. Yep, that is him, Mikel Arteta. Big up to Why Not. Positives. We saw a team play that donned our modern club crest. Pepe, Nico Pepe, the throwaway, the man that Arteta casted out of the squad, came to the Emirates and scored. With Villarreal. You remember the man that we sacked Arteta for? Or the man that we sacked to hire Arteta when he came back to the Emirates with this Villarreal team and knocked us out the Europa League? Poetic justice all over the place when it comes to Villarreal and us. Imagine if Partey had played today and banged against us. Oh, man. Yep. 1 day closer. 1 day closer, AJ. Gyökeres hardly had service. I heard he had 4 touches. 4 touches, I heard, Like, what? How? Wonder why. Because you got a midfield that can't get him the ball. The only creative outlet in that midfield was Ethan Waneri, an 18-year-old. My days. The players need to keep piling up Eze and Rodrigo and Robertson now. They need to do something, bro. Imagine someone in the damn dressing room with some balls and go knock on the coach's door and be like, Coach, we need more. We need more. We're going to be failed this season. We're going to be doing a hell of a lot more running if we don't have someone who can hold the ball up in the midfield and push teams back. Because we gave the ball away way too easily today at a certain point. Big up to AFC always. The system is a mess. Arteta, a big problem this season. Yeah. I just don't understand how we can go from 2023 to 2025, just a 2-year span, and spend $500 million and look worse. $500 million, people. And I'm not talking about $500 million just, I can list the names. I'm not making that figure up. Declan Rice, Urian Timber, Kai Havertz, Calafiori, Mourinho, Zubamendi, Norgard, Madueke, Gyökeres, Mascara. You add those players up with all their fees, well over £500 million. And that's what we've added since 2023. And we look worse. How is that even possible? The manager goes against the grain at every opportunity. Facts. Facts. Like, I don't even like to use the N-word. I don't like to use the N-word, the narcissistic. I don't like using it. Because it's a clinical term, and it's a clinical diagnosis, and I'm not a clinician. But this boy, he does narcissistic shit. Like, he must win his way. He must do things, even if it's to the detriment of everyone else. Even if it's to the detriment of Arsenal Football Club, man will still force Martinelli to play winger. But he can't wing. He can't wing it. Then we play Norgard. Like, did you not learn anything from the Tottenham game? Did you ever see Thomas Frank play this man as a lone six? What makes you think Christian Norgard, 31 years old, never played at a higher level than Brentford, and come to Arsenal and start as a DM? Why? What makes you think that's okay? I just hope he goes before the cups are no longer winnable. Facts. So right now, I've been told, stop saying sack him now. It's boring. It's boring. Let's wait until November. But I've heard that before, AJ. Because what happens is when they say that, you know what happens? November turns into December. Yeah, let's wait till December. Mixture congestion. Then December turns into January. And then we're out the cup. Oh, my days. Gyökeres is coming into midfield just to get the ball. He had to get a touch. And that's the hallmark of a frustrated striker, isn't it? If you watch Erling Haaland play, when he's getting service and the game is going well, he does not join the midfield party. He stays up there and he occupies those two center backs. He sits on their shoulder and occupies both of them, which gives the wingers a chance to operate. But no, when it's not going well, man needs to come into the midfield and get a touch. But would he have to do that if Zubamendi was on the pitch? What's this shit of him not starting Zubamendi 2 games in a row? Like, is he trying to force Norgard to play more than we think he's gonna play? Is he trying to force Norgard from being a defensive breakup playmaker to an actual playmaker? Starting BM for Arsenal. From Brentford to Arsenal at 31. Nah. From Brentford to Arsenal, you make that move in your 20-something if you're that good. Not when you're on It's only preseason after season 6, and these mutants talk like Arteta took over Arsenal halfway through the season. So AFC, they talk like this brother has been here for 5 months. You know, imagine asking for more time after being somewhere for 5 years. 5 years. Today I heard my brother Waffle Down say, at this point, I would prefer no manager than this guy. Just let him go out there and play. All right? Imagine if the kids if they just went out there and actually played football. They'll probably cook. Because then they wouldn't have to be looking over their shoulder at the sideline to see where the gaffer wants to go with the ball next. Like, are we playing the game or you? Oh yeah, for real, bro. Man is acting like he took over, like we're in the middle of the summer of 2020. 5 years later, we're still shitting bricks. Government put some of our players to shame. 15, you know. 15. Oh my days. Right? I got plaques on the wall behind me that are older than Max Dowman. Real talk. Plaques on the wall behind me. Older than that kid that was showing up our midfield today, showing up our captain. Oh my God. That kid is so good and have so much potential. I'm not sure I trust his development with Mikel. Don't see this Arteta-Gyökeres relationship where it was sour soon. G. Will, so who do we choose? Who do we choose? Who does Bertha choose? Who does Stan and Josh Frankie choose? Because if it's ours, decision has to be made, innit? We're gonna side with the player, or we're gonna side with the dictator. Because if it's ours and the players see a player come in and get shown the door, and Arteta's still there with his boring tactics, nah, can't happen. See, when people hit us with the it's only preseason thing, like AFC said, I'm like, okay, if we were thinking out the preseason going into the 2 or 3 previous seasons and was leaving the party with something, no one would care. Right? Because Liverpool lost 1-0 to AC Milan and it didn't even make news. No one cared. Because Liverpool actually know that once the season starts, bang. Yeah, and I think Liverpool played two different starting 11s yesterday and 2 different friendlies and won both of them. But the fact that we have lost 2 consecutive preseason games in that fashion, the fan base is worried. Even the most positive of positives. See that Christian from AFTV, even he, it took a lot out of him to mention Arteta's name, that Arteta needs to do something. You know what I'm saying? Tired of everything about this club. Exhausted, Ross. Exhausted. Slim Handle said everyone knows the system now and plays it. It's been worked out. He's been worked out like a simple math problem, my bro. Yep, been worked out. And he's not very proactive, is he? Let me look at his subs. Let me look at his substitution pattern today. Oh my days, Mikhail, you are a buzz killer, absolute buzz killer. Substitution pattern in the 46th minute, Mascara and Zubimendi came on. I'm listening to see if there was an actual injury to Ben White while Mascara came into right back. And then at least he realized that Norgard was thinking out the midfield and brought on Zubimendi. But then Kepa came on, Gabriel came on, Timber came on, Rice came on, Odegaard came on, Dowman came on. And then in his third substitution package, he brought on Zini Zinchenko, our third choice left back, and the 1v1 demon named Nani Madueke. Hey. Oh my days. What we got? G will say the manager. Team needs a manager. Arteta can't be this stupid. I think he purposely delayed Gyökeres with no creator on the pitch. Purposely played Gyökeres with no creator on the pitch. Report. Very spiteful and it's hurting our club. And G Wills, and that's why I was hesitant to use the narcissistic word, but this is narcissistic behavior. That he would cut off his nose to spite his face. Yeah. Like I asked that question not publicly, but I've asked this question in private group chats. Like, do you think because he really didn't want Gyökeres, he would sabotage you? Because Gyökeres has still not really seen the pitch for an extended period of time with the guys who he's going to play with at Old Trafford. If he starts, because can we sit here with any degree of clarity right now and say that we're sure Gyökeres starts at Old Trafford? We should. We should by now. We have 1 preseason game left. We have played 4 or 5. At this point, we as fans and followers of the club should be able to say we know what our starting lineup is going to be on August 17th, but we don't. Because of the fact that Havertz was injured today, took that decision away from him. It made it easier for him to have to start Gyökeres. So we don't know. We do not. So we're going into Saturday. What is it? A 5 o'clock kickoff against Athletic Club. We will see what it is then. But this, big up to G Wills, man. Top comment. Proud of my boy Pepe. Pepe, it had to be him, you know. Man, he should have celebrated too, didn't it? Man just played it calm, like, yeah, bro. You know, you pretty much threw me to the wolves. You know, even Emery didn't want me, but Emery didn't treat him that bad. Man. Big up the LFC monster in the community. Big up to you, bro. And like LFC monster, man. I hope you are well, my bro. Only positive to come out of Pre-Season is Max Dowman. Hey, I hear it. I hear it, LFC. I can't argue with you there. I'll be gone till December. January, February, March, April, May. Listen, at this rate, I need to be gone until May 2026. Man could not wait to sub Glock 14. Arteta has to go. He's had 6 years of failure, and failing isn't enough. But brother, G Will, yesterday, brother, there was a coach Jordash was in here yesterday, and he fought me to the hills and back that Arteta is the guy. Hills and back. There's timestamps in the video. If you got time, you go back and watch yesterday's stream. Around the hour mark, he came into the video, and brother, it was like pulling teeth. Arguing with this man, like, brother, man, he is full blown in the belief that we are too harsh on Arteta. Man is telling me that Arteta is really good, and I say, brother, big up Normski, big up to you, bro. And I say to him, brother, he says Arteta is doing good. I said, if 5 years trophyless is good, I would love for you to tell me what is bad. If this is good, tell me what bad looks like. Best player today, Max Dowman, Yudi, and he's 15. 15 years old. Like I was saying earlier, I got plaques on this wall behind me. That's older than 15. That's older than Max Dowman. And he, no fear. No fear. How do you people feel about him not taking his pen? This is the second game in a row he got a pen and Odegaard took his pen. You know, doing what he's doing, do you think he had deserved to take his penalty? It's of no consequence, right? It's a preseason game. It's a preseason game to work on your performance. The result was inconsequential. So should he have taken this penalty? Right? Only good thing about today, we were knocked out of any competition or we didn't lose 3 points. So I was solely focused on the performance and the fitness. And if everyone escaped with no injury, then I'm happy. But I don't know what the Ben White story is. Because I actually think Ben White has been playing well. Big up to the assembled. Big up to you, sir. Hope you are well and good. DG2. Arteta said before today's game he will protect players. Gyökeres hasn't had a preseason training, so Arteta was protecting him. That's why he took him off early. He can do all this word salad all he wants to. Because we knew this was coming, weren't we? Didn't we, DG2? We knew that they were going to use this excuse of haven't had a preseason while they're the ones who took their damn time with the transfer. This guy wanted to be at Arsenal for so long. We should have signed this guy at the same time around that Liverpool signed Verts. We knew he wanted us. We knew we needed him. He should have been on the plane to Singapore. You know, he shouldn't have needed a separate flight. But the protecting preseason preparation for this season. Oh my day. You can't fuck about with your training, you know. Military man, right? You see the plaques behind you. Every time we do CTC rotation, right? Combat training centers. We go away. Before we go deploy, we go do our combat training centers. And we validate our training. And if you fuck about in training, you're gonna need twice as many body bags when we go across the water. So they better not fuck about with this preseason, or it's gonna be a long one. And everyone will be playing 38. We'll be feeling like we're playing 48 games. Midfield needs creativity. We need Eze. So DG2, what if I told you that there's creativity in the midfield? Or there's creativity in the team? Arteta just can't unearth it. What would you say to that? Okay, that's my actual belief. I believe that another manager, a fresh set of eyes, can unlock Ethan at a whole nother level. I think another manager doesn't see Odegaard as a 10. And you could see a situation where you see Odegaard and Nwaneri on the pitch, because that's what I would want to see when we get Eze. Because I think a 4-3-3 with Eze in 10, Odegaard in the left 8, and Zubimendi in the 6, or Rice in the 6, you would actually get a different Martin Odegaard. I just don't think he's this player that Arteta sees as the creative outlet. He's not. He can create, but he's not a David Silva, is he? He's not a Kevin De Bruyne. He's not a Juan Mata. He's not a Fabregas. He is not that. He's not. I'm sorry. I know the fans love him. He speaks well. He's friendly, smiles a lot, good-looking guy, and all this shit. But no, he can't play. He can't play the 10 by himself. That's not him. That's not his thing. So I do believe there's creativity in the team, DG2. I just don't believe Arteta is. I just don't think he can unearth all the creativity that's in the squad. But earlier in the stream, I did say one of the positives was that Max Diamond got 27 minutes. Because I thought he would have got like 5 or 6 minutes. I'm glad he got almost an half an hour on the pitch. Big up to Darren Martin. He is such a shit manager. He's a shit manager is an offense to shit managers. Because shit managers don't get paid 15 million a year, is it? So man is a shit manager and he's stealing the living. A shit manager getting paid like the big boys. You know, his agent is the real MVP. Big up to Darren Martin, man. He is. It almost feels personal when I watch him make tactical mistakes. Like this guy, man. This guy. Big up to Hendo. Say good evening, good morning, and all watching. Interesting that Pepe was the best player on the pitch, better than any Arsenal player. You know he had something burning him inside him today, Hendo. You knew he did. You know he looked at Arteta and be like, the way you treated me after that red card that leads, the way you went into that press with fire in your eyes and just threw me under the bus. But when Granit Xhaka was out here choking, man, Xhaka was out here literally choking, man, against Burnley and that, 2-footing Rodri and that, we were losing games 5-0 and getting red cards that way. And he hugged him off the pitch. Hugged him off the pitch. Big up to 29 of you locked in, people. If you could hit the like button while you pop in and out the stream, would be greatly appreciated. It helps the stream out, helps the channel out, helps the algorithm grow. Big up to Cooper 12. We needed a striker since Abba 4 years ago, and we finally got Gyökeres, and we do not feed him. Does Arteta know how to use a proper striker? He may have forgot, Cooper. He may have forgot. But he has what? He has 2 weeks to figure this out. Yes. Yes, Mikhail. You have 2 weeks to unfuck yourself. If I may make up a word. You have 2 weeks to unfuck yourself. Because it's us. It's you, Cooper. It's you, Darren. It's you, Hendo. And it's me that will have to answer to men like LFC Monster in 2 weeks when we go to Old Trafford if we get pissed up. The youngsters moving mad. Rumor has it all 3 tapes of our Rio totally embarrassing Trent Maria was 15. Rah. Yeah, you know, there's a path for him at Liverpool to come through. I expect to see him with some of the senior players rotated in the cup games. You know, I'm not sure I trust Max Diamond's development at the hands of Lord Mikel. Couldn't sabotage the signing, so he's sabotaging the player all over again. Oh shit. This is it. This is a big boy comment right here, Darren. Big man something. Big people something. Yes. All over again. Yep. I'm going to play to his weaknesses. I'm going to spam a whole bunch of crosses in. And then spin the narrative. Well, he's a striker. He's supposed to adapt. He's supposed to be able to head the ball in, which is fair. But you have to play to your players' strength. That's part of coaching. Do we think Thierry Henry didn't have weaknesses? He wasn't the perfect player. He had weaknesses in his game. But his strength was just so good, he played to those. Oh, my days. Big up to the chat still, man. These comments are spot on today. I have to sack Arteta and get somebody to save the season. Well, Hendo, I can't tell you how many names I got called today when I put this in some of the group chats that I'm in. Yeah. Right before the season starts, what's wrong with you? Just an emotional, reactionary. Okay. Okay. In 2 weeks' time, in 3 weeks' time, when you're being reactionary, I'm just going to sit back like, I don't want to hear it now. I see the kitchen's on fire. You're waiting until the whole house is engulfed. The house, abandon. Nope, I'm not waiting. Havertz setback in his hamstring. Talking about protecting players. He's been overplaying Havertz, if you will, because he was trying to play him into form. He was trying to play Havertz so many minutes that he knew that Havertz, if Havertz scored, then he would justify starting him against Man United. And I'm not buying. He may have felt something, but still, I expect I expect Havertz to be in the squad on Saturday. There's nothing more than I want for Arteta to be gone, but realistically, we're stuck with him for one more season. DG, if we're stuck with him for one more season, at least we know we'll win something. We have to win something, or then next year we'll have a new manager. But both can't happen, right? There's not a scenario that anyone can make me feel comfortable where Arteta is still the manager in 2026, 27, and we didn't win something in 25, 26. I will not hear it. Mascara looks solid. I like the effort that he put back in the counterattack. He almost got there. So yeah, I can appreciate that effort that he put in. You know, and if he is fit and Gabriel isn't fit, sit Kivior. Please sit Kivior. Seriously, sit Kivior. Because Kivior, the first goal, is it the first or the second goal? One of the goals. Kivior is like this in the box. Now, everyone in this chat, I'm sure, has played football. When are your hands in the air as a footballer? Can you ever play football like this? When your hands are in the air as a footballer, you're asking for a call, isn't it? You cannot play football like this. And he was doing that, getting tossed in the box. Weak little boy. You got to be stronger. This is the same Kivior that I see we conceded a goal in 2023 when man was tying his damn shoe. Man was tying his cleats, and we conceded. He does shit like this, switches off during games. He does. Absolute criminal. So if Mascara is fit, and I'm not going to subscribe to this Mikel and this pet bullshit about you need a left-footed and a right-footed center back. No. If your two best center backs are right-footed or left-footed, you play them. So Mascara is a shout. If Saliba's not fit, you play Mascara and you play Saliba. Kivior guy needs to fix up, man. I know he had a good run in the Champions League when Gabriel went down, but brother, come on, man. It's hilarious. He came at us after losing to AC, but after today he said it's just preseason. LFC, you can't win with him, can you? You can't win him because he's the master. Big up to Normsky always saying the master of moving the goalpost. He's a professional goalpost mover. Professional. He's the best at it. No one moves the goalpost like that son of a bitch. Just preseason. And it does receipts. I know Shane has the receipts for the weekend roast. Arteta won't last the season. The cracks are already there. I hope he doesn't. I hope he's gone by the first international break. And when I showed them AFTV, man, like Christian and Lee Gunner and Lee Judges and them, man, already turning in preseason. Can you imagine if we start how toxic the Emirates will get? Man City comes to the Emirates. We better be ready because we embarrassed them last season. We better be ready. They're coming for us. Long season ahead, it says Normsky. Normsky, 38 long ones. You remember last year, Man United fans were just begging for the season to be over. That may be us. That may be us soon, begging for the season to be over. Like, yo, we need to sign Eze. We need creativity. I want Randers too, or wanted Randers. But Arteta loves CDMs for fuck's sake. Yeah, but man is preparing to defend against Iranian missiles. I've asked people, are we sure that fucking Pep taught this man anything? Are we sure? Because I've never seen Pep stockpile defenders like this. Igal is shaky. He is bricklaying it as we speak. As he knows his Messiah has no more excuses to cover up his failures. No more. It's done. It's over. Finito. Terminado. He's done, brother. He's done. There's the link for Normsky, people. Big up to Normsky. I might see Normsky on the Bruce Banana podcast on Thursday because we have a lot to say. A lot to say. Gyökeres is catching up with his fitness because he hasn't had the full preseason. You can see it. So happy he's being easing. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough, DG2. I can hear it. Normsky just resigned to watching the season go tits up for Arteta to get the sack. If that's what it takes, that's a bad place to be, That's a bad place to be as a fan, where you hope it goes tits up so you can move on. It can't be, hey, let's win a trophy at the end of the season and then sack the manager, move on. Like Ange got sacked with a trophy. Yeah. There was no emotional attachment to a manager who delivered a trophy. Why are we so emotionally attached? And I use the term "we" loosely. Why are we emotionally attached to a manager who hasn't won us a trophy in 5 years? Sorry for Gyökeres, no service, none, none. Now I'm inclined to believe if he started Zubamendi, or if Zubamendi was on the pitch, um, Zubi came on at halftime, yeah. So they had what? Yeah, they had about 15 minutes. Surely, surely against Bilbao, you start everyone. You're gonna start against Man United. Surely he has to know more. That this is as good as a training session that you can get. It's a preseason game. Our tempo of slow play is so painful to watch. I'm getting tired of praying for it for an end of every game. Completely uninspired football. Buckle up for a long season. Say, Cooper, we're ready, Cooper. We are ready. Hopefully the boys are ready. You know what a wise man once said. You think my football is boring? You think I'm not winning is boring. Jose Mourinho. Winning, better. Yeah, and that's the thing. If we were coming off the back of winning something, we could yawn with one hand and use one hand hold up the trophy. It's a Premier League. Yeah, we can't even show man a second place anything. There's nowhere to hide to see his brother. They're building a shed for him right now. They are building a shed for Arteta as we speak, my brothers. The excuses shed. The Top Gooner bingo. Where is it? They posted this. They posted this couple of days ago. Remember this? This was posted a couple of days ago. Yep. 700 million spent in 6 years to rebuild the club and create one of the best teams in the world. One of the best teams in the world, Did that today, what we just watched, look anything like the best team in the world, my people? And then this is the excuses part down below. They end it with the crescendo of an excuse. There are teams spending 400 million in a single window and $1 billion in a year. So best believe there will be somewhere for him to hide. Just whenever they build it, whenever they build that damn excuse folder, we just got to be ready to smash it. And it's going to be easy to smash with logic. Logically smashing it down. Because it doesn't run. Big up to the OG Normski. Yeah, man. Big up to Normski every single time. All the BS haggling with Sporting is the reason Gyökeres didn't get a full preseason. I blame the Arsenal board. Spot on. Spot on. And this is what I used to argue with people with. What does it matter when we get him as long as we get him before the season started, before the window closed? No. Look, see? Look. Now, I'm not the one to say I told you so, but I should go find all of them and say, look, I told you so. Why doesn't he look up to speed? Because we got him late. Havertz allegedly injured carrying on out from training. Like I've always said, injuries are too well timed. Yeah. I just kind of, with the injury, it kind of put a damper on whether or not he would have started Gyökeres had Havertz been fit. Because I need the answer to that question, the Assembly. I really do. That answer is important to me. You have a fully fit Gyökeres, a fully fit Havertz. Which one are you starting? And until both of them are fully fit, that question, that cloud of doubt will always hang over my head. Like, this dude, is he really serious? Is this man really serious to the point where he is going to have this guy fit and that guy fit and still start the donkey? I am going to reveal I'm going to revel in seeing this Arteta come to his demise and watch all his Arteta sexual squirm in failure. I'm here for it, Hendo. We need Eze in the 10 and Lookman left wing. I want to give Madueke a chance, but worried he isn't good enough to perform consistently. Well, we know he wasn't good enough at Chelsea, my bro. And you've watched enough for me to understand where I stand on that Madueke. I hope he cooks. I hope I am dead wrong about him. But we've had 5 years, and we know we're not wrong about Arteta because they're holding on. that they're gonna see something in year 6 that they didn't see in year 4, year 5, year 3. Like he's gonna like Arteta's gonna Arteta had an epiphany this summer, and all of a sudden a switch is gonna click, and he's gonna be this guy now. Oh, I'm not hearing it. You and me both. And hey, I join you. Due to Premier League age rule changes, Dugman can't play in the Premier League until he turns 16 in December. I know he was too young to be loaned out or play in the Champions League. So 16 in December. I'm glad to see him get minutes. I want to see him get at least. Well, with that now, that might restrict the minutes that I wanted to see him play, because I initially said 12 to 1,500 minutes, but he can't play till December. I may have to look at you getting like 8 to 1,200 minutes. But yeah, big up. Thank you for that, Hendo. Thank you. 15 million a year for this. Yeah, for non-tactical, or just pure tactics, or the lack thereof, so to speak. The excuses from Arteta section are starting to come out. Jeff Arsenal on X said fans must be patient as Arteta needs new players to bed in, and blames PG everywhere fixture computer for. No way. So, Hendo, I'm not on Twitter. I'm not on TikTok. I'll never be on Twitter. I'll never be on TikTok. So I appreciate you putting this in here so I can see what's going on that side of the fence. Time is not his friend. The P word absolutely triggers me. There are 3 words in the Arsenal universe that triggers me. Yeah, one of them is phase. It annoys me. Phase annoys me. It completely annoys me. Process annoys me. But the P one, the patience, the third P, actually triggers me to the mountain. Because when you ask a fan base who have waited 21 years for a league title to be more patient, you're taking a piss. You ask a fan base who has won 5 years without any trophy, you're taking a piss. I think we're too patient. The Arsenal fan base is one of the most patient fan base, but now my patience have already ran out, as most of you men know. But the rest of them, apparently, they're catching up now. Mother Hubbard's an agenda against strikers. That team plan made Gyökeres look like Aubameyang. Man, when Aubameyang was drifting out to the left side, crossing the ball with his left leg. Oh my days! It's more simple than that, Cooper. Arteta is making up a plan for Gyökeres on the fly because he thought he was getting Sesko the whole time. Like, if he can't incorporate someone who scored 50-something goals last year into his squad, then he's not a coach. And definitely shouldn't be a coach that's making this. This is what you get paid to do. You have a problem, solve it. This is a problem-solving exercise, Mikhail. Yeah, you think teams are just going to give you what you want throughout the course of a season, of a campaign? Amarin will give you a problem. You have a major problem on August 31st at Anfield. Major problem. Because I think Isak will be there by then. Much more than a manager, is a whole regime you need to replace, unfortunately. But we're going to start with the manager, Eros. You know how we do. We're going to start with him. He's the easiest problem to solve. We have good players. It's just that we have an awful manager, and the suffering continues. Big up to G. Wills. Kivior is suspect. I'm tired of this guy. Man, it's 2 weeks. Feeble, bro. Feeble. I'll never forget, man was tying his damn laces and we conceded a goal. That's unforgivable. And bro, man get punched up for that, you know. I saw no one drip him up. Like, bro, what are you doing? He never got called to account for that. Criminal. Big up to the chat still. Happy Independence Day. Yes, my brother. I should be enjoying today. I should be enjoying today with a fifth and a pound. But maybe next year. 17 likes. We got 24 locked in. Please, pretty please, with cherry on top. Hit the likes if you haven't already. Really helps me out. As AJ says, hasn't Arteta spent $1 billion by now? Now Arsenal are the new billion pound muscle jobs. If you can put it in some currency. If it's not pounds, you can put it in euros. A billion is a billion, isn't it? Yeah, but the figure that I'm more alarmed about, LFC Monster, is over 500 million between 2023 and 2025. 2 years, half a billion, and we look worse. That's the criminal stat. That's the criminal stat that I'm like, better. How? Arteta is starting number 9 is Kai. Facts, Yagapi. Facts. He loves that guy. He loves him. That's his son, his adopted son. I wonder if Arteta speaks Deutsch. Probably speaks German. Havertz must be teaching him German. Teaching him something. Has something on him. Took off Gyökeres and put Moreno at the off, for fuck's sake. I forgot that happened, the assembled. Remember the pace plan that I normally talk about? The PACE. The P is primary. A is alternate. C is contingency. The E is emergency. Moreno is our emergency striker last year. Emergency. 500 million spent from 2 years ago till now. And we have our emergency striker in the primary. Oh my God. Oh. Thank you, the assembled. I forgot this point. But man, see, that's where I love this chat, man. Pick up every time. I might be wrong in that, but I saw plenty of people say it's a billion now, but it might be in euros and that. But FC Monster, the point is made. He's close to it. The fact that that narrative can run is that it's close. You're entering billion-dollar territory now. And should we get a Rodrigo or should we get a Eze? £1 billion territory. With nothing. Nothing. Oh, brother. We are starved, and how dare us? How dare us ask for anything? Like Eros there, I'm so sick of this club. I want to see G Money. Yeah, G Money. I should have sent the link to G Money before I hopped on, but I did hop on a little early today. I am on the West Coast still. How confident are you that Arsenal will win any of the first 5 games, BBK? I think we beat Leeds and I think we beat Newcastle. I think the rest are toss up. I don't know. And I think Isak will leave. I think they'll be deflated. But it's not a high degree of confidence. It's not. It's really not. But that Man United game got 1-1 written all over it. Yeah, and I think we beat Forest too. It's at home. I think we beat Forest, but yeah. Sticky game still. Sticky. Almost $1 billion spent as a draw to the squad. Yeah, we look worse. We look worse, gentlemen. €1 billion. It's €1 billion. I know Brexit in that, but CNF CWP Padukes 001. The 1v1 demon from Chelsea, 500 million in 2 seasons just to say you need more should be embarrassing. Facts. Absolutely embarrassing. Because if Liverpool did this, we'd say they're buying the league. Let's be honest. LC Monster. Like every Arsenal fan, you can clip this. If it was Liverpool or City or Chelsea that did this, we would say they're buying the league. The Arsenal fans would. Now we're doing it, and we can't buy a FA Cup. Guy has dirt on Arteta. He's been to a bidding party. Man. He's got something. We got something on him. Oh my God. By the way, he in this season's Fabio Vieira, another waste of money. Now that Cape has paused. Now he better with his analytics. I think I might have him on BBK Sports tomorrow. Not confirmed yet, but that the analytics merchant that I was arguing with the other day with the top 1% progressive. Remember this, ladies and gentlemen. This is Cape Esposa. It's on his channel. It's most viewed, over 6K views now. This is what he does. Or look up stats on Madueke to tell me that I'm wrong about him. Top 1% progressive carries and carries into penalty area. 6.43, 4.43 per 90. Don't care about those numbers. Did you see any of this today? Did any of this make you give you the warm and fuzzy? Any of it? No, not me. What about this one? What about he ranks in the top 4% of touches in attacking penalty area, 8.15 per 90? Did we see any of that today? No? Yeah? Shit. Me neither. Me neither. So I'm here for it. I am here for it. I do not want to hear shit about Nani's analytics. Yagapi say shout out to everyone in the chat. Big up to Yagapi every single time. No reason for Mother Hubbard to be called Sergeant. Blunderman, Mother Hubbard, Sergeant Blank. I got them all up in here. Yes, Ever, big up to you. Worrying thing is, it looks like Man United are moving as mad as Liverpool and Chelsea. They're going after Baleba. Now, a couple more signings on top of Baleba could be spooky at Old Toilet. I'm not there yet, LFC Monster, because I remember in the 2023 season they signed Anthony and Lissandro, and then they won that transfer window. And Varane, and then the following window it was they signed a bunch of guys that window too, you know. And then last year it was Xerxes and Hoyland, the Lit, this guy. Now it's so I'm not there yet with them, but yeah, I do rate Baleba. Because one of the digs that I took at Norgard when we signed him, one of my talking points was to all the top gooners who were telling me that Norgard is great. You didn't watch Brentford last year and be like, oh shit, you see that Norgard. But I tell you what, this guy, I did watch Brentford. I did watch Brighton last year, and I was like, shit, that Baleba, him and Adingra look like top ballers. You know, I wish we went to Brighton as much as we went to Chelsea. You're right. We're doing 2 windows in one straight away. Got called out for buying the league. Yeah, brother. Yeah, Arsenal fans will. This is what they do, LFC Monster, and I'm gonna separate us from them with this talking point. They will say that to you, but when we do it, we try to contextualize it. And this other thing that they do is they have standards for every other manager, but Arteta put standards on everybody else's manager but our own. You see that show that comes on DR Sports, like the weekend preview with it's Robbie, it's Flex, it's AGT, and it's Matisse. And I've seen that damn Robbie sit there and slag off Ten Hag so many times. Should he be sacked? Should he be sacked? Seen him slug off Maresca so many times. Should he be sacked? Should he be sacked? But when it comes to Mikel, context out the ass. Excuses out the ass. So that's what we do. Arsenal fans love to put standards on everybody else's manager but our own. Oh, how many confident that Arsenal can win any of their first 5 games? Hey, the fan base is not riddled with confidence right now. It's not we're not very confident. I'm not. But I don't think we lose them all. I don't think we draw them all. I do. As of now, if the transfer window closed right now, I would have said 1-1. But as we get closer, we'll do predictions on the warm up with the Waffle Diners on that Friday, which is the 15th. But I'm not filled with confidence. I am not filled with confidence, dear Stumbled. I do think we beat Leeds, and I do think we beat Forest. Liverpool, City, Man United, spooky. And I'm glad the computer and whoever made the fixture, I'm glad they did that, because one of the things that they used to prop Arteta up with, is his record against the top 6. So his record against the top 6 is good. Here comes some top 6 teams. What's the problem? If anything, the league is doing you a favor. Very true. When you try to use the same logic, they're not going to use an Arteta excuses. Just roll off the tongue. There's always one. Like views call it the top Guna bingo. It's like they have 4 or 5 excuses for every talking point that you're going to make. And it's just jarring, bro. I know why you men hate us, LFC Monster. I know why you men hate us. You know, I completely understand. Sorry, how confident are you that Sergeant Plank can win any of the first 5 games? As it will need 2 months to get his fitness up. I still don't think we get Eze assembled. I don't. I'm at a 0. I did a stream the other day when I put some percentages up. 0, 30%, 50%, 75%. I didn't even put 100% on there. I'm at a 0. I don't think we get him. Now we damn sure not gonna get him in time for Anfield. You know, I don't think we're gonna get him in time for any of the crucial games in the first 5. So yeah, I'm sticking with 2 out of our first 5. So out of a possible 15 points, we're looking at 2 wins. I think we draw Man United, right? I think we draw City, and we lose at Anfield. So that's 8 points from a possible 15. That way, it could be out. We could be out of it by then. It could be worse. You could be Specs right now. I could be the Jordy Dread. I could be Rejection FC. Could I not? Absolutely true. What a legend you are, LFC monster. But hey, man, I want to big y'all up. Big y'all up, man. Every single one of y'all for helping me with my therapy today. I'm gonna sign off now. I know it's late where you men are. Make sure you get some sleep. Make sure you charge up. And make sure you get some more banter ready because it's coming. It's going to be a long season, people. A long season. Tag an Arsenal fan. Laugh at an Arsenal fan. Because maybe they will hear it coming from the rivals. Yeah? Because when I tell them, when the Assemble tell them, when AFC always tell them, when we tell them they don't listen, maybe they will listen from the rivals. When the rivals punch them up, maybe they will listen. They don't listen to us. Nani is just not that Nani signing is looking like a great piece of business that Martinelli confidence is completely shot. and if Martinelli doesn't have the tech and don't have tech without confidence, this is what you get. That's the byproduct of it. Arsenal facts we get Arsenal won't get. I can just feel it. You know, not when we might go buy another left back out there as they budget. Or Tottenham might muddy the waters now that James Maddison is injured. You never know. Whatever it is, there will be an excuse or a reason why we don't get the player that we need. Yeah, but it's all good. It is all good, people. We are the Arsenal. Big up to the community, like E-Ross says. And you know, E-Ross, man, what a legend. I can go boom. Now turn the volume up. And we will sign out on a little tribute to the Don, E-Ross himself.
Maybach music.
I'm the biggest boss that you see thus far. Cause it's just another day in the life of them. Rosé born stunner. I can blow money. I think I'm Big Meech. Larry Hoover. Whipping work.
Yes, people, take care of yourselves. Oh, no, I can't leave a comment on red. I got the Assemble here saying, Odegaard will get injured when the window shuts. Well, he will get injured at some point, maybe even at international duty when he goes for Norway. It's crazy, right? But big up to every single one of you, man. Take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are gone.